Now that we've picked out the perfect ears for you, buddy, we gotta find your matching sunglasses. No, those aren't your shape. Better shape, but not the right color. We need them to pop. Maybe these, buddy, like these? Perfect! Now, let's get a selfie to remember this moment. Hey everybody, it's Molly with All Ears coming to you again from my house, and I am back with a brand new video. Today's video, all about rides. There are so many great attractions in Walt Disney World. How do you possibly choose? What are the must-do's? I worked together with my All Ears team and we've come up with this list of if you only ride 15 things in Walt Disney World, make sure it's these 15. Are you ready? Are you excited? Let's get to it. And to be clear, we are talking strictly rides here. We are not talking any type of theater show like Festival of the Lion King. We're not talking any 3D shows like Mickey's PhilharMagic. We're not talking any nighttime spectaculars like Fantasmic or parades or any character meet and greets, none of that. This is strictly rides. So keep that in mind as we go through the list. First up, Magic Kingdom attractions. When I talked to the All Ears team and asked them what their must-dos were, the number one answer was Haunted Mansion, which isn't surprising. It's one of the most beloved and iconic Disney attractions in the world. It's an opening day attraction at Walt Disney World, and ever since 1971, guests have been delighted by those 999 happy haunts. Haunted Mansion is a family attraction, so anybody from your youngest to your oldest can go on this attraction, which makes it really fun. It's also more thrilling than some of the other family attractions in Magic Kingdom, so your older kids are going to enjoy it, your younger kids are going to enjoy it, your adults are going to enjoy it. It's a blast. Now, some of those younger kids may get a little spooked at the beginning, but just let them know that the whimsical fun ghosts are at the end. Haunted Mansion has one of the most exciting backstories as well. There's so many hidden details in there. I've got a whole video about the Haunted Mansion, the history, the Easter eggs, the things to look for. But trust me, if you go to Magic Kingdom, you absolutely have to ride the Haunted Mansion. The second must-do attraction on my list, Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean is another iconic, quintessential Disney attraction. It is so much fun. It actually wasn't an opening day attraction at Magic Kingdom though, like a lot of people think it was. The Imagineers thought maybe in Florida there were other kitschy pirate activities, there have been actual pirates, so they thought it wouldn't be unique and exciting. But so many people had seen on TV at Disneyland Pirates of the Caribbean and they demanded it. So Pirates of the Caribbean joined the Magic Kingdom 2 years later in 1973. Pirates of the Caribbean is especially cool because the Disneyland attraction is one of the last attractions that Walt Disney himself had a hand in creating. And what's neat about Pirates of the Caribbean, besides so much history, is that it inspired a mega huge film franchise. Maybe you've heard of it. It's also called Pirates of the Caribbean and it stars Captain Jack Sparrow. And the attraction that inspired the movie has gone. Now the movie has inspired the attraction. So when your kids go on it, they are going to be able to look for Captain Jack. They're going to be able to look for Barbossa, but it's still going to have that classic Disney touch. It's going to have that amazing theme song. There's so much to look for. Pirates of the Caribbean, an absolute must-do and a favorite of mine at the Magic Kingdom. Attractions 3, 4, and 5 on my list, they fit together because it's the Magic Kingdom mountains. I'm talking Space Mountain, Splash Mountain, and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Now these are all thrill rides. Splash Mountain and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad have a 40-inch height requirement, and Space Mountain has a 44-inch height requirement. Space Mountain is especially fun at the Magic Kingdom because it's an attraction that was unique and designed for Magic Kingdom initially. Up until then, all the attractions had been designed at Disneyland or for the World's Fair, but this was a thrill ride designed just for Magic Kingdom, and it was a feat of Imagineering, it was a feat of architecture to try and figure out how to put a roller coaster in the dark inside of this really cool building. Space Mountain is so much fun. Like I said, it's in the dark, you're in a rocket ship, you're gonna see comets and stars and hear this like techno crazy music, and it is just a delight. And anyone that's ridden with me or watched a video of me riding it, I giggle the entire time because it just makes me feel like a kid and it is so much fun. Splash Mountain and Big Thunder Mountain Railroad are both located in Frontierland. Splash Mountain, classic log flume ride, but it's kind of like the best of all Disney worlds because it's a dark ride in that you go through the story of Brer Rabbit being chased by Brer Fox and Brer Bear. You've got the animatronics, you've got Zippity Doo-Dah, you've got the wonderful soundtrack from Song of the South, but then you do have that apprehensive 50+ foot drop down into the Briar Patch. So it's a thrill ride, you will get wet. Recommend sitting in the back if you don't want to, but it's got a lot of fun and a lot of heart, and it's very Disney. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, kind of the sleeper hit of the mountains. It is a runaway train ride, and it is, again, so much fun. It and space are two of my all-time favorite things, especially if you sit in the back row of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Then it's truly the wildest ride in the wilderness. All three of these attractions are FastPass attractions. Definitely recommend using FastPass for them because they are so much fun. But if you're able to, doing a Triple Mountain Challenge, definitely a must-do when you're at the Magic Kingdom. Number 6 on my list, Peter Pan's Flight. Peter Pan's Flight is another opening day attraction, and it puts you in a pirate ship, and with the help of a little faith, trust, and pixie dust, allows you to fly over Neverland, where you'll see Peter, Tinkerbell, Captain Hook, and the Darlings. It's just a delightful attraction, and like I said, it's been around since opening day, and it's still one of the most popular attractions in all of Disney. I rarely see it with less than a 70-minute wait. It's just so much fun. It is pure Disney magic. Every time I get off of it, I have a big goofy smile on my face. So yeah, Peter Pan's Flight, definitely an iconic, definitely quintessential magic attraction. For number 7, the last attraction at Magic Kingdom on our list, this one was really hard to decide. I knew we wanted to do another quintessential Fantasyland attraction, and there's so many great ones to choose from. There's Dumbo, there's Winnie the Pooh, there's the Carousel, there's the Teacups. But ultimately, talking to the team, we decided that you must ride It's a Small World. And I know that song gets a little stuck in your head. It's a little bit of an earworm, but there is something so special about It's a Small World. It was originally designed for the 1964-65 New York's World Fair. Disney worked with PepsiCo and they benefited UNICEF. And it's just a beautiful story that's still so relevant today about people from all over the world. It's a small world after all. We're all the same. You gotta go on this magical boat ride. And I know, again, the song, it will get stuck in your head, but it's okay because it's magical and it's just an absolute must-do. So like I said, there's other great Fantasyland attractions that you could easily slip into this spot, but thanks to its historical background and its just overall happy, feel-good message, we put It's a Small World on this list. Because there's so many amazing attractions in Walt Disney World, I decided to do an honorable mention at each park as well. And this is the one that just didn't quite make the cut, but it's still a great attraction. And if you're able to do it, you absolutely should. At Magic Kingdom, that is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This is one of the newest attractions at Magic Kingdom. It's a roller coaster, 38-inch height requirement, and it takes you through the mines of where the dwarves are. You'll go through the dwarves' cottage. It's super, super cute, and it's a really fun attraction. Not only is it a great family coaster because of the adorable dwarves and the animatronics are absolutely incredible, but the cars themselves are ingenious because not only do they go forward like a regular roller coaster, but they actually swing from side to side like a mine car, making it a little more oomph than it initially looks like. But again, this is a great attraction. It is a very hard fast pass to get, definitely the hardest fast pass in Magic Kingdom. And if you don't grab a fast pass, the waits are usually upwards of 90 minutes throughout the day. So you may not be able to ride it if you don't want to wait in that long of a line or if you're not able to get a fast pass. But if you do get the opportunity, definitely check out Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. The first attraction of 2 on our must-do list at Epcot is Spaceship Earth. Spaceship Earth is the slow-moving family attraction inside of Spaceship Earth, which is the giant golf ball that greets you at Epcot. Currently, Spaceship Earth tells the story of communication throughout time. So you're going to start at people drawing on caves, you're going to thank the Phoenicians, you're going to go through the Renaissance and see Michelangelo painting the Sistine Chapel, you're going to end up with somebody landing on the moon. There's a lot of iconic Disney things that like Disney fanatics will know what I'm talking about. You've got the smell of Rome burning, you've got the sassy scientist lady with the afro. There's a lot of fun in this attraction, and it's a quintessential Epcot, and it definitely, to me, when I think Epcot, I think Spaceship Earth. They are going to be reimagining Spaceship Earth, which is Disney speak for retheming it and refurbishing it. We don't know a lot about what's going to happen at the Spaceship Earth refurb. We do know it's going to transition from telling the story of communication throughout time to the story of storytelling throughout time, which is very fitting and on brand of Disney. And the artist renderings that they have published on the Disney Parks blog look like they're going to keep some of the same elements. The picture is of Egypt, and it's just been like jazzed up, it's been zhuzhed up, it's got lights everywhere, and it's going to be a little bit more exciting and up to date. So I know a lot of people are sad that Spaceship Earth is closing, but I always think the Imagineers do a really good job when they reimagine things, and I think they're going to keep the heart of Spaceship Earth and just tell it in a new, exciting way. If you want to know more about the Epcot transformation that's going on right now, they're adding in tons of attractions. We've got new restaurants coming. That I did a whole video about the Epcot transformation that we will link for you. The second attraction at Epcot and number 9 overall is Soarin' Around the World. Soarin' is located in the Land Pavilion in Future World, and it is a hand-gliding adventure over some of the world's most iconic places. The Great Wall of China, the African Serengeti, the Sydney Harbor. It's so cool, and it's such a genius and simply genius attraction. In fact, an Imagineer figured out how to do it using a child's erector set. You're sitting in a seat, and then it lifts you up, and it dangles you above this huge screen. They've got wind blowing on you, and you'll be able to smell the things that you're seeing, and it truly feels like you are soaring over these amazing places. Soarin' does have a 40-inch height requirement, so keep that in mind. It is a Fast Pass attraction in Tier 1 at Epcot. Epcot's Fast Passes are divided into Tier 1 and Tier 2, so it does have a longer wait, but sometimes it'll drop. I've seen it as low as 20 minutes throughout the parks, but then I've also seen it as well over an hour. So just kind of monitor the wait times on that one. But Soarin' is so delightful. It is so much fun. It is one of my family's favorite attractions. It's my mom's all-time favorite attraction, but that one is definitely a crowd pleaser. And it's one of the only attractions that every time I ride it, when you land, everybody claps, because it's just amazing and it's wonderful and breathtaking and relaxing, and you should ride it. For Epcot's honorable mention, I was between 2 different attractions, and ultimately the team decided that Frozen Ever After is the best honorable mention for Epcot. The other one I was thinking about was Test Track, which is a really great and a fun thrill ride, especially if you want to go fast, especially if you've got kids that love cars. Definitely check out Test Track. But Frozen Ever After to me is more mass appealing. I know that not everyone likes the movie Frozen, but I think you're all kidding yourselves, and you do actually like the movie Frozen. At the very least, you like the song Let It Go, whether you're gonna admit it or not. But even if you're still firm in that you do not like Frozen, you will enjoy these animatronics from a Disney appreciation standpoint. The animatronics are amazing. Frozen Ever After is located where Maelstrom used to be in the Norway Pavilion. It's got the same track, but they've completely redone the inside of the attraction. It's got Anna and Elsa and Kristoff, an adorable Sven and Olaf, and you're gonna hear some of the music from the film, and it's just a really delightful family attraction. It is very, very popular, the most popular ride in Epcot, so definitely try to get a Fast Pass. It's in Tier 1, or go first thing in the morning. Frozen Ever After actually opens up at 9 usually, even though the rest of the park, West of World Showcase, doesn't open up until 11. So if you go first thing in the morning, it's your best bet to get on Frozen Ever After. But it's a really cute, really fun family attraction, and I definitely think you should ride it, whether or not you've got kids. Disney's Hollywood Studios. Got a couple attractions to talk about here, and first and foremost, Rise of the Resistance. Y'all, this is the craziest and most immersive experience I've ever had in a Disney park. It is absolutely nuts. I am going to talk a little bit about Rise of the Resistance and the theming, so if you don't want any spoilers, mute your TV for right now, look away for a little bit, and we'll bring you back in a few seconds. You've been warned. Rise of the Resistance brings you into the battle against the First Order. It starts where you're going through the Resistance base camp, and you get a message from Rey that your information, where the Resistance secret base is located, is no longer safe. And you have to go to the new base to meet up with General Organa. You're going to be escorted by Poe Dameron. Is this why I like this attraction so much? No, it really is awesome. You're going to be escorted by Poe Dameron and driven by Lieutenant Beck and Nyum Nyum. I know that's not how you say it, but it's more fun that way. And they are going to take you to the new secret base. But terrible things happen. You get captured by the First Order, and then you have to figure out how to escape. But as always, you're going to have a little help from your friends Poe Dameron and Finn to help you break out. But y'all, it is so crazy. It is so insane. There's like 4 or 5 different sets. There's different ride vehicles. At one point when you first get captured and you go into the First Order hangar bay. There are just dozens of stormtroopers lined up, and it is the most jaw-dropping thing you will ever experience on a Disney attraction. And truly, it's remarkable. The technology is amazing. The way that they weave in all of these different vehicles, and they've got First Order generals yelling at you. It's so interactive. It's so immersive. You truly are in space. You are truly part of the Resistance, and you are truly battling the First Order. I cannot hype this ride up enough. It is, I don't even want to call it a ride. It is an experience. It's also an experience trying to get on the ride, considering you have to use a virtual queue. But in my Galaxy's Edge Easter eggs videos, as well as my best day ever in Hollywood Studios videos, I walk step by step how to get a boarding passes, as well as some tips and tricks. But this attraction is amazing. You absolutely must ride it. May the Force be with you. Okay, if you didn't want to hear ride spoilers, you can come back now. The second attraction I'm going to talk about in Hollywood Studios, the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. This is another iconic, amazing, must-do attraction, as long as you're 40 inches tall and not afraid of heights. But even if you are afraid of heights, I kind of think you should just risk it on this one, because the theming of this attraction is amazing. It's probably one of the best, if not the best, themed attractions in all of Walt Disney World. You see, the story is that it's Hollywood 1939. There's a beautiful ritzy hotel, the Hollywood Tower Hotel, where the Hollywood elite like to visit. But something curious happens on Halloween of all nights, and lightning strikes the building, and therefore the guests that were in the elevator end up in the Twilight Zone. So as you're going through the hotel, you can tell that it's been abandoned. You can tell that it's starting to get a little decrepit. As you weave through the queue, you're gonna see that the landscaping is over and there's vines everywhere. As you go in through the lobby, it is just as it was on that fateful night. And there's cobwebs growing up. You can see people that had cocktails and there's still lipstick on the rim. And then you're guided into a library where you're gonna hear the story of the Twilight Zone, before you then head to the boiler room and climb aboard a maintenance service elevator that's going to take you to the Twilight Zone. It's spooky, it's fun, it's scary. The attention to detail is absolutely insane. I did a whole video on Tower of Terror and the Easter eggs and all the little details to look for. If you're a fan of the show The Twilight Zone, there are tons of things for you to look out for. So Tower of Terror, it is a drop attraction, but what's really cool about it is they have reimagined it, and it is no longer the same drop sequence. You could go up first, you could go down first, you could go up, down, up. You're gonna do at least one of the full 13-story drops no matter what, but part of not knowing what's gonna happen is part of the thrill, it's part of the fun, and this is a wonderful, a lot of people's absolute favorite ride in Disney World. So yeah, it's on the must-do list. Third attraction in Hollywood Studios on our must-do list is Toy Story Mania. Now, we knew we wanted to include something in Toy Story Land. It's iconic, it's delightful. You have been shrunk down to the size of a toy in Andy's backyard. But the reason we chose Toy Story Mania over Alien Swirling Saucers, that's kind of obvious, but over Slinky Dog Dash is because there is no height requirement, and this is once again something that the whole family can enjoy. And there's not a lot of rides at Hollywood Studios that the whole family can enjoy. In fact, until Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway opened up recently, Toy Story Mania was the only actual ride, not show, that didn't have a height requirement. So we like to include a couple things that everybody's gonna enjoy, and everybody is gonna love Toy Story Mania. From your youngest kids who are just gonna like looking at the characters from Toy Story, to your oldest kids that are gonna wanna get competitive and play the game. Toy Story Mania is a 3D shooting game with all the gang from Toy Story. You've got Woody, you've got Buzz, you've got Jessie, Bo Peep, Rex, Slinky Dog, Potato Head. They've all joined together, and they're gonna send you through in these vehicles and do carnival style games. So you may be popping balloons with darts with the dinosaurs, you may be doing a ring toss with Buzz and the aliens, you're wearing 3D glasses, you've got a pull string shooter in front of you, and it's super, super fun. It's also great because you can ride it over and over again, and you can try and better your score. You can make a bet with your family and friends of who's gonna get the best, and the loser has to buy Mickey bars. It's a lot of fun. It's a really great attraction, one of my personal favorites. And like I said, the other choice in Toy Story Land was Slinky Dog Dash. I love Slinky Dog Dash, one of my favorite attractions in all of Disney World. It is so much fun. It's got a lot more bark, pun intended, than it looks like. It is just a delight, and it's adorable as well. But again, we wanted to include something in Toy Story Land that the whole family would be able to enjoy together. The honorable mention at Hollywood Studios, there were a couple of choices. Hollywood Studios truly is stacked when it comes to great attractions at this point. And it was a tough decision between Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, the brand new attraction that just opened up in March, or Rock and Roller Coaster, which is, of course, that thrilling attraction down on Sunset Boulevard. Ultimately, for me, I put Rock and Roller Coaster on the list because Mickey and Minnie's hasn't been open that long. It actually was only open for a few weeks before the parks closed. And while it is adorable, while it is cute, while it is so much fun, it's a great family attraction. I think a lot of people will agree that Rock and Roller Coaster is an absolute must-do if you are a thrill seeker. 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds. It's the only Disney World attraction that goes upside down. And all the while, you are listening to the sweet, sweet whisperings of Steven Tyler. So if you're a thrill seeker, you absolutely need to check out Rock and Roller Coaster. And if you're of a family attraction, well, then Mickey and Minnie should be your must-do list. We've made it to Animal Kingdom. First attraction on our list for Animal Kingdom, number 13 overall, Flight of Passage. This is the iconic ride that is located in Pandora, themed after Avatar, where you actually jump on the back of a banshee and fly over Pandora. It is nuts. It is such a cool attraction. The technology is amazing. At one point, the banshee is actually breathing beneath your legs. It's in 3D, but it truly feels like you're flying. It is such a cool attraction. It's also a really popular attraction. And since Rise of the Resistance doesn't have Fast Pass, it's definitely the hardest Fast Pass to get in all of Disney World. So my recommendation, either, if you're a resort guest, you can make those Fast Passes 60 days out, go for Flight of Passage first. If you're not a resort guest, TeamFiddleFaddle, keep switching it up, looking for it, refreshing throughout the day. And if you can't get a Fast Pass that way either, I recommend going early and trying to get on it first thing in the morning. But Flight of Passage, 44-inch height requirement. It is truly remarkable. It is such a cool attraction. The technology is beaten out by no one but Rise of the Resistance at this point. So even if you're not an Avatar fan, even if you've never seen that movie, it doesn't matter. This attraction is well worth it. The number 14 attraction overall, number 2 at Animal Kingdom, Kilimanjaro Safaris. This is the flagship attraction of Animal Kingdom, and truly, can you go there and not actually see animals? I think not. Kilimanjaro Safaris is about a 22 minute adventure, but it could be longer if your vehicle gets stopped by like a wandering zebra or something. But it is the attraction that takes you through the Harambe Wildlife Reserve and you get to look at the real animals. We're talking elephants, we're talking giraffes, we're talking zebras, we're talking lions, we're talking hyenas, we're talking crocodiles, flamingos, rhinoceroses, a bunch of other gazelles. It's awesome. And it is, again, a family attraction. Anybody can go on this. Your youngest ones are going to love looking at the animals. I love looking at the animals. Truly, is there anyone who doesn't want to go look at a baby giraffe? I don't want to hang out with that person. So, Kilimanjaro Safaris, it is a flagship attraction, an absolute must-do. It is a Fast Pass attraction, definitely a great one to get a Fast Pass for. And it's definitely a great one if you're able to try it a few times throughout the day. You're going to see that different times of day, different weather is going to bring out different behaviors in the animals. For me, the best safaris I've ever been on, though, are first thing in the morning before it's really, really hot, because then you're going to see a lot of the animals a little bit more active, a little more awake than you would right in the middle of the day. But it's also fun to try right after it rains, because sometimes the animals come out and they play in the puddles. That's really cute. And finally, number 15 overall, the third attraction at Animal Kingdom, Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain. This is such a fun attraction. It is a thrill ride, 44-inch height requirement, located in the Asia part of Animal Kingdom, but it is, it's one of my favorite things in all of Disney World. It is so much fun. In the story, you are headed up to the Forbidden Mountain, which long ago the natives stopped sending tea trains up that way because they would disappear and people would go missing. But everything's fine now. You're gonna go on an adventure, you're gonna go camping up there. But ruh-roh, the track's broken. Who could have done that? You guessed it, the Yeti. This attraction is a blast. You never know what's gonna happen. You're gonna go in the dark, you're gonna go over a huge drop, you're gonna see a Yeti. So much fun. It's so thrilling every time I ride it. If you wanna up the thrill factor a little bit, ask for a seat in the back. Expedition Everest, definitely one of my favorite things in all of Disney World. Definitely my personal favorite thrill ride in all of Disney World. Again, it does have a 44-inch height requirement. It is a Fast Pass attraction. It also has single rider, which means that you can go in a much shorter line, but you are going to be separated from your family and you're just filling in odd seats as they're available. But that's a really good way to get on the attraction with a shorter wait. But yeah, Expedition Everest, thrill seekers, people over 44 inches, an absolute must. Last but not least, we've got our honorable mention in Animal Kingdom, and that is Dinosaur. Dinosaur is a thrill ride located in Dinoland, USA, 40-inch height requirement, and I think Dinosaur kind of gets overlooked a lot. It's the original thrill ride at Animal Kingdom. It used to be called Countdown to Extinction, but since then they've opened up Expedition Everest and they've opened up Flight of Passage, and people kind of forget that Dinosaur exists. But truly, Dinosaur is the most thrilling of them all. It's loud, it's in the dark, you're in a Jeep, you've gone back in time, you're looking for a nice, friendly iguanodon, but spoiler alert, you're gonna run into some angry dinosaurs as well. It is one that some of my adult friends get a little nervous about riding because it is so intense, it's so realistic, and it's so much fun, so you should ride it.
They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
You're such a good boy. Thank you for helping. Okay, you're all done. You can get down. You can. Front. You can. You're a good boy. Get down. Go. Well, friends, that is a wrap on 15 must rides when you go to Walt Disney World. What's your favorite attraction? Let me know in the comments. Did I leave anything off the list? Let me know that as well. In the meantime, friends, make sure to rate, review, subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media. On Instagram, we're at AllEars.net. Thank you so much for following, especially right now. Stay safe, stay healthy. Love you all. It's been magical, and I'm Mom.
Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.